Well, hello, folks. Sorry I'm a little bit late, but that Alabama-Auburn game just blew me away. I was totally shocked. Wow. They rushed two people, and the Tennessee game's still going. It started at 3:30. You think 7 o'clock you're going to be fine. Nope. But they did they got rid of all those rules and everything so that the game could be over quicker. But when you add a dozen commercials every game, I guess it doesn't go as fast as you think. I'm watching the Tennessee game with you folks. There's still 5 minutes left, by the way, and it's 7:09. So this game's going to be, 4 hours? We got Nico in there. We get to watch him together. I can't show it because if I do, it'd be a copyright issue. Can y'all hear me? Just let me know if you can hear me because I'm using my laptop tonight. My primary computer's got a Google problem, so y'all let me know down here in the comments. Yeah, I agree. That's true. I mean, heck, you got to win the easy ones. And did you see Auburn rush two people? They rushed two people. Who does that? You got to at least rush three at a minimum. Oh, my gosh. Uh-oh. Oh, look at Nico. He got the first down. Let's see what he does now. I'm watching him with you. Just hand off. Jeez, I can't believe how long this game's gone. It's going to be a 4-hour game. Started at 3:30. It is now 7:10, so you're at 3 hours and 40 minutes. So I know a lot of y'all are still watching, so I'm not concerned about the number of people. We'll just kind of watch it together. But, oh, man, everybody's going crazy. Everybody's going crazy over the Auburn-Alabama game. Jeez. Nice throw, Nico. That's our future right there, folks. We're watching our future for the next 1, 2, 3 years. Well, 2 years at least. See what he does here. Let's see. They're on the 39-yard line right now. And a little handoff. A couple of yards. Whoop-de-doo. This game's basically over. So anyway, gosh, the Auburn-Alabama game. I always root for the underdog in a game like that, especially against Alabama. But you can't rush two people. Oh, geez. And Vanderbilt, what is Vanderbilt thinking? Why do they think this is a game? They had to get all mad and get into a bunch of crap. Anyway. But again, I'm on a laptop tonight, so don't over-expect. I'll pull up the stats when it's available, but this game is going forever. I was actually concerned about going at 7 o'clock, thinking it'd be over at like 6:40. Nope. All-state commercial, whoopity-doo. So anyway, so we're not going to have a whole lot of people in here for a little bit, but that's okay. Did y'all see the Michigan-Ohio State game? Jeez. Jim Harbaugh's hanging on by a thread. That was a critical game. He had to win. Let's see what you folks are saying here. Dumb screen pass. Well, they're not dumb if they're done right, though. They set up people to want to bring those cornerbacks up so they can beat them deep. So, oh, geez. Good. I'm glad y'all can hear me. Like I said, this is a whole new setup. I'm using a laptop instead of my primary. I'm going to see here. I'll invite Chilmont. We'll see if he can. This could be an issue. Let's see. Email. I don't know. I don't know what Wilmot uses. Oh, crap. Cancel. Quit. All right, so I won't use that. I wasn't set up and ready for that. But anyway, let's see what you folks are having to say about this. I know y'all are still watching the game. Yeah, everybody was pulling for Ohio State because Michigan's been cheating. So it's understandable. Sorry, Michigan fans, but that's the truth. It is what it is. And everybody was pulling for Auburn, I'm sure. Nico time. You know, and that's why, honestly, if I'm Joe, that was the perfect ending right there. You should not throw another pass, and you should get ready for the combine because you look great in this game. You had a party. Your numbers are going to look fantastic. You're going to get drafted. There's no point in doing there's no upside to the bowl game for him. He just needs to go and get drafted and make his millions. He'll be fine. He'll be a backup quarterback somewhere, and that's the best job in the world. Is there anything better than being a backup quarterback? You hold a clipboard, you put on a baseball cap, and you make millions and millions of dollars. It's a perfect job. We got, oh, yeah, 2 huge games. I cannot believe Auburn pulled that stunt. Oh, they've got to be sick in Auburn, Alabama right now. Just sick. 35-yard line or whatever the crap it was, 4th down, and they rushed 2. How do you rush 2? I was sitting there the whole time thinking you cannot let the quarterback sit there and pick and choose. You've got to hurry him a little bit. That was the worst decision ever. I'm disappointed in Hugh Freeze. I would fire the defensive coordinator over that. I mean, jeez. Terrible decision. All right, so there's 3 minutes left in this ball game. Clark, you're not going to make it. You've won 2 ball games. You're going to be 2-10. Clark Lee, yeah, you're done. I don't know if they'll fire you or not, though. It's Vanderbilt. You just never know. Let's see here what Nico does. A little handoff and a little first down. So we get to see 3 more plays out of Nico. And see, now you're in that situation to where if you pass the ball a whole bunch, you get accused of being running up the score. Auburn had them. They had them. Oh, geez. Now you got to – I think the Dogs will beat them, but you never know. You never know. They've been passing some they've been dropping several passes all year. That's just kind of the way that it is this year. Part of it is them not catching the ball. And, oh, geez. This game has gone on. It is now – they're at 3 hours, and it's going to be a 4-hour game. They were trying to do the Gilligan's Island with college football with a 3-hour tour. It's not working out for them. So I can't either. That was just stupid. There's no way you rush 2 guys. That's just insane. You cannot let a quarterback sit there and have all day to decide where he wants to throw it because he can pick you apart. Let's see here. Is that who they're going to play? Iowa? They'll beat Iowa. Iowa's not going to beat them. Sorry, but they're just not. Michigan's going to the playoff, folks. They're going to the playoff. That's just the way that it is. They're going to beat Iowa, and that'll be the end of that. And then they're in the playoff, and then they'll have to play against – oh, man. Can you imagine if Michigan wins the national title under these circumstances? Oh, crap. It's the NCAA's worst scenario. But it'll have the viewers. It'll get plenty of views. Because all you throw and they expect it. Yeah. Jeez. Let's see. They might. Hey, I'm not. Bama can do all kinds of things, especially after winning a game like that. See, now they feel magical. You can't let a team feel magical. Nice throw by Nico. Let's see what he does here now. See, I wish he could just go for the gusto, but they're so far ahead, you know. You don't. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, you got to give it's been what 10 years since Garantano. Got to give him a little grace, man. He didn't try to be bad. He just was. At some point, you got to let you just got to let it go. Let's see here what Nico does. He's on the 25. Let's see. Oh, man, he throws that. God, he's so accurate. That kid's so accurate. It's like shooting darts for him. That's what those coaches see. That's what a lot of those coaches are seeing. When I hear tons of coaches talking about this kid, let's see what he does here. We got minute 19. The clock stops on a first down. See that they might have to score, and that's just going to make Vanderbilt even angrier. You know what? At least Vanderbilt showed up angry. All right, so everybody's watching Nico. I'm watching him too. Hand it off. Oh, now they're going to run the clock. Let's see. They'll run 40 seconds off from here. I'd say he'll just hand it off. You don't want to. Here's the thing. If you throw a pass right now for a touchdown, it'll probably just start another fight because Vanderbilt's not taking their loss well. So let's see. Let's see what we got here. I'm not shocked by that. Kentucky beating Louisville, that's not a shock. You got to remember Louisville's, he threw the ball away there. Yeah, they were going to throw that ball. That surprises me. I just figured they'd hand it off. Gaston's in there. Okay, well, that's cool. That's all right. Let's see what Gaston does here. Surely they'll probably just hand it off. Let's see here. I wasn't expecting to go live on the game. That wasn't the goal by any stretch. I even showed up late. So wouldn't that be something? Oh, crap. Gaston. Oh, man, I thought that was a touchdown. Wouldn't that be something if Alabama won the SEC title after that comeback against Auburn? That was almost as bad as the kick six thing. It was close. Oh, that was a nice pass. Oh, he didn't catch it. Oh, it's so close. Oh, good touch. They're going for it. They're trying. Well, I don't blame them because Vanderbilt's been a punk in this game. Vanderbilt's been a total punk the entire game. They've been trying to start fights and all this. Look, Vanderbilt, you don't even deserve to be in a game like this. You've not won a single SEC game. You've beaten nobody all year, and now you're wanting to, we can match up. No, you can't. You can't. Let's see what Heupel does here. By the way, Heupel's calling the plays. I'll just go ahead and tell you. If you don't think he is, if you noticed every time he puts his little sheet over his face like this, he'll do a little like that. He's calling the plays because he doesn't want to be lip read. He's calling all these offensive plays. It's just the way it is. Or he's telling the offensive coordinator what he wants done. Let's see what Gaston does here. He may be trying to score. He might be. How's my volume, by the way? Is my volume about right? Because I'm just talking normal, and I've got the laptop about 18 inches away or so. Little brother Vandy needs to chill out. I agree. It is what it is. They're just not happy. Oh, he's going to kick a field goal. Well, that's interesting. That helps. Perfect volume. Good. Okay. This is a brand new lap. Well, it's not brand new. It's about a year or two old, but it's new compared to everything else I have. My computers are 2015, and one of them gave up the ghost, and that's why I'm on it. And that happens once a computer gets 7, 8 years old. I bought it used, so. All right, so they just kicked a field goal, and that's the end of the game. So, any hoot. No, there'll be no trick play. That'd be a little rough. That'd be a little rough when you're up by 3 touchdowns or, 3. I can't believe Auburn rushed 2 people. God, how do you do that? You've got to put some pressure on the guy. I understand not rushing 4 because he might take off and, put on a Superman cape. But only 2, you can't let a guy sit back there and pick you apart. Let's see who's rushing up here, 78. What's he running out here for? Something. Oh, that's Ollie Lane. We've got a couple other good games tonight too that I'll be watching closely. I just wanted to make sure I could go live again with my computer being down. I think Cooper, I think he's going to come back next year, but he said he had a lower leg problem. So that could be sprained ankle. That could be a knee. That could be whatever. We sure need him. But, we didn't need him in this game at that point. So, and he's got a month to get ready for the bowl game. So what's the deal with Cooper? Let's see. Oh, good grief. Georgia versus Georgia Tech, that's a waste of time. That'll be just a ridiculous. Yeah, we do. I'm hearing, I've heard a couple of things about the bowl game that we might go to the Gator Bowl, and they've talked about us playing North Carolina, which would be a pretty tough game because they've got a good quarterback. I would like to see Joe Milton just enjoy this game and get ready for the combine. I think he's done enough, and this is the perfect game for him to end his career on because he killed it. It doesn't matter the competition. He had great numbers, and I'm going to pull up his numbers once this game's over because ESPN's pretty quick to have those out there, and I'll show you the numbers. But he killed it just perfectly. So now he can go to the NFL Combine and press the crap out of those guys, make throws that only he can make, and get a really nice draft pick out of it, sign him a multi-million-dollar deal, and have a great life. Okay, he's happy. Oh, he's so happy. Good for him. Good for Joe. 8-4 is nothing to be embarrassed by. 8-4 is fine. It's okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree. The Gators and Seminoles, that should be fun. And you've also got South Carolina against Clemson. Spencer Rattler, who I think has played well this year, and he's a good quarterback. He's going to be a Sunday quarterback. He's going to get drafted for sure. I don't know what round. At the first of the year, I thought it'd be first round, but now I'm thinking second, third, fourth, something like that. So, yeah, I think Joe will get drafted. I've said that all year. I think he's going to get drafted. His arms, he'll do things that other quarterbacks can't do, especially in a combine where he can really show off. And if he runs that 40-yard dash well, he needs to work on that hard, show a really good 40-yard dash, and he'll be golden. Oh, my gosh. Oh, he pushed off. Oh, my gosh. The Alabama guy pushed off the Auburn guy. That's how he got open. I didn't see that. The Alabama guy pushed the Auburn guy off. Oh, my gosh. I didn't notice that in the replay. That's how he got open. You know what? That was smart. That was smart. There's Stingray. Let's see Stingray. Yeah. What's up, Stingray? Let's see. South Carolina won't have Clemson's plays. The only thing South Carolina's got going for them is Spencer Rattler, Leggett, and then they're playing at home. I don't think they'll win. There's Slim. Hey, Slim. But, yeah, here comes everybody. I don't blame you. I'm not mad at you. Don't you worry. I thought 7 o'clock, 3.5 hours, we were promised when they made all these changes to shorten the games that would be the case, but they added 92 commercials per game. So it is what it is. Let's see what everybody's saying here. Oh, goodness. Douglas. What's up? What's up, guys and gals and everybody? I see you out there. Jeez, that guy pushed off. He pushed the Auburn guy off. Oh, I'd be so mad if I was the Auburn guy. Yeah, I wasn't worried about this game. Not in the slightest. It was just a matter about how much we were going to win by. And I'm glad that Joe got to go out like that. That's good for him. That'll help him in the NFL draft quite a bit because he looked good. He made some really nice throws. Yeah. There was some of that going on. And you noticed after we scored that one touchdown, we always have to have an offensive lineman lay down after the extra point. which is the extra 2 minutes for our defense to rest. That's such a joke. That's so obvious. I like Gaston. I think Gaston's a good quality backup. I really do. I don't know if he'll probably be here next year. I think Gaston is lining up to be a coach in the future. If I was him, that's probably what I'd be doing, because I'd be like, hey, I can learn a lot from Heupel, and then I can be a coach and make $9 million a year. That's what I'd be doing. That's where the big money is, unless you're just a superstar quarterback. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Martinez will make it through this. He didn't get that extension, so he might let him go to take his talents elsewhere. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, he did. I agree. That was a very nice pass. Moore's got great touch. I think he's a good quarterback. I really do. Let's see. Joe, I think he'll get drafted, DJ. I really do. I think he'll get drafted. Let's see. Well, Leacock is just a freshman. Understand, he's a true freshman. So you need to give him a little bit of grace there. Yeah, I agree. He's the type of player that would have played at UCF and been a starting quarterback and done well. Let's see. Yeah, they did not extend Martinez. So given the way things went this year, he probably won't be extended, if I had to guess. You never know. You don't know the relationships and all that kind of stuff. He might, Heupel might like him. He might keep him around, or he may send him packing. Yeah, Michigan's undefeated. You're absolutely right. I can't argue with it. Now, you didn't beat them by 3 touchdowns the way you did in Columbus last year against their Heisman Trophy candidate quarterback, but you did win the game at home. And you survived, and you get to keep on surviving. Yeah, I completely agree with this. I can't wait I hope Brew comes back. Man, God, that was such a terrible injury. And I've heard that he's walking on the treadmill now. So he's obviously making some progress. I hope he comes back. Let's see. Richard, one of my number one places is Nashville. I get a ton of views from Nashville. Knoxville, Atlanta, Tri-Cities, Middle Tennessee. They might. Michigan still losing in the playoffs. Possibly. I tell you what, they're hanging on. And by the way, Jim Harbaugh gets to be coach again. Yes, we did. Yeah, I think they kind of took it easy on Vanderbilt. Let's see. Yeah, I tell you what. I'm going to tell you what we need. We need that Seton guy, that 5-star tackle. If we can load 3 5-stars into this class with the edge rusher, the wide receiver, and then that 5-star tackle, and ESPN's saying we're probably going to get him, that'd be great, because we really could use a 5-star tackle. That would be awesome. Yeah, I agree. Look, folks, if y'all are worried about Nico, the only thing you need to worry about Nico is him getting hurt. That's it. That guy's a player. I've heard too many coaches talk about him. That guy, he's got the touch. He's got the moves like Jagger. He's going to be fine. He is going to be just fine. Don't worry. Central Idaho. Are you kidding? What are you doing there? Raising potatoes? He's probably a tech guy. Let's see. Big Vol. Wyoming. Good grief. Gillette, Wyoming? Man, I got folks from everywhere. Let's see here. I know it. I agree with that. Well, I appreciate that, James. That's very kind of you to say that. I've had a couple of good months. I got to admit, this season's been really good for my channel, surprisingly, even though our team's not been as good as last year. Last year was great. Gosh, when we were 8-0 and number 1 in the country, I had so much fun. This team's been a little bit tough this year, but that's okay. Look, you can't win it all every year. But I'll tell you what, with Nico, I'm just telling you, folks, I feel really, really good about the future. I just do. That guy's special. You heard, just take it for what it's worth. I just couldn't feel better about him being our quarterback. Dallas, Texas. What up, Texas? Yeah, I'm really excited about him. I think he's going to be great. I hope that he does. I hope he gets to play the entire game, DJ. That would be awesome for us. Well, too many penalties. I would agree with that, but also a lot of that has to do with the fact that the refs hate our guts. I don't think they like being pushed to hurry up. Virginia Beach and Maryville. Let's see. I'm shocked. I get people from a lot of places. Let's see. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate that very much. That's very kind of you. Truck driver. Yeah, I haven't had who have I not had on the show? My truck driver friend, TriStar. He's not been on. He's been working his butt off. It's my understanding. Don't be surprised if Florida was to win that game. Don't be surprised. I'm telling you, when they play at home, they're tough. The Swamp is tough, especially at 7:30 at night. And those folks will be imbibed. They will have had many a drink. Let's see. Murfreesboro. I've got a lot of folks from Murfreesboro. A bunch. Roane County. All right, that's cool. Man, I'm telling you, that Auburn game, geez, those folks in Auburn are sick right now. Me too. I can't wait to see Nico tee it up and start the game. That would be awesome. I hope that he gets to play the entire bowl game. That would be fantastic. Oh, man, I would love to see that. Bowl game, I think we're going to go to the Gator Bowl, and I think we're going to play North Carolina or North Carolina State is what I'm hearing. Those are the two teams I'm hearing. Which is, look, Florida bowl game is fine. We travel great. As you know, we travel like crazy. So that would be my guess. I'm looking for the Gator Bowl against an ACC club that's probably 9-3. We normally play a team that has more wins than us because when you play in the SEC, we all know that's the toughest league by far. The big prevent defense, yeah. Man, that's the dadgum truth, man. Yeah, prevents you from winning. 2. You rush 2? Come on, Hugh Freeze. Good grief. Get your head out of your rear end. That's ridiculous. I know, Clinton. The last time I heard, BVD said he was out of the hospital. That's the last time I heard from him. So he must be feeling better. I think he had pneumonia is what he told me last time. So he's had a tough time. Shout out to BVD. If you're watching this, you're probably not. But if you are, shout out to you. I hope you're feeling better. A lot of people are asking about you. You get a lot of requests about you. Sevierville, Tennessee. Well, I know Sevierville very well. I think they will play Nico. I sure hope so, man. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't it be great for him to be the starter? A ton of people from Chattanooga. Ton. Bristol. I played a ton of golf in Bristol, by the way. Southwest Virginia. That's a very country place. Southwest Virginia. Fulmer and his bees. Let's see, let me see what Chilmont is saying here. He may be – Chilmont's out of town like most folks. Let's see what Chili's saying. We'll give it a shot. Let me see if I can make this work, Chilmont. Let's see here. Let's see. If it'll let me. May take – y'all can probably still hear me. Let's see. Crap, Chilmont. I wasn't ready for this. So I'm going to quit that and get out of those. Chilmont, sorry about that. I'm using my laptop, and I've got to go through a whole process. I've got to go through passwords and all that, and I don't want to do that while I'm live, or I would send you a link in a second. You can tell – see how this looks different? Normally the camera's up here. It's coming from the laptop. So I'm having to use the whatever it's called, FaceTime, I think is what these computers use. Chilmont said, no problem. So anyway, it is what it is. Sometimes you got to improvise in life. Improvise and overcome. Isn't what the Marines do? You improvise and you overcome. Man, I can't wait to see Nico. Everybody wants to see Nico. I'm just going to tell you, folks, I think Nico's going to be very special. I think he's going to be Hendon Hooker and maybe a little better. Probably better. If I had to guess, y'all should be excited about next year. You should be very excited. This could be the national title run. Maybe not this year coming up, but maybe the year next. You put the right quarterback with the right offense, and our defense is getting better. Look, we got the number one player in Alabama coming in, edge rusher. We've got a good class coming in. You saw what we did with Hendon last year, so enough said, right? And that was with a defense that was not very good. And I know we had a ton of injuries this year. I know that, but that happens sometimes. Maybe next year that won't be the case. Then you put in Nico, and good grief. Here we go. Adapt and overcome. Airborne. Absolutely. I don't know if we can do anything about the penalties, folks. A lot of that's refs. I don't think that's on us. I really don't. I think Moore's going to be a fine backup quarterback. I hope we get to keep him. You know, it depends. It depends on what his future is. If he wants to be a coach, he'll stay. If he wants to play, then he'll probably leave. So we'll see how that plays out. I had us 9-3. Yeah, I know. I think we all did. I think that was where everybody was. 8-4 but isn't it nice to be disappointed at 8-4? Remember when we couldn't win hardly anything? We were terrible and it wasn't fun. At least we're scoring points. And Willie Martin, let's see. You know, he didn't get extended. So I don't know that I would expect that to happen. I think our defense is getting better. Unfortunately, we had a ton of injuries. Look, we lost Hayden, which was our best cornerback. We lost Peely. We lost Arian Carter. You know, we just had a lot of injuries. So it is what it is, man. Let's see. Navy Schuler. You never know about Old Navy. I showed you some of his highlights when I was introducing him, and I think he'll do fine. Navy would probably be fine. He's a good runner, got a nice arm. Lord knows his dad was a heck of a player. Yeah, I agree with that. I would agree with this. 8-4 is not bad. You know, it just is what it is. Look, you know, we knew there would probably be a pullback. But look, we've got the number one quarterback in the country that's going to be playing for us next year in Nico. You couldn't get a better quarterback. And he's got a year under his belt. He's been in the offense. He's added 20 pounds. What do you want? I mean, seriously, what do you want? That's as good as it's perfect. It's the perfect time for him to take over. And then look out. I think we're going to make the playoff next year, and I think we will be the most dangerous team in the playoff. You want to play a team that can move like us, and if Nico turns out to be what I think he's going to be, we will be very dangerous. Oh, there's old Chili Willie. Sorry, Chillmont. I'll send you one next time. I'd get you on here, but it might take 5 minutes, and I can't do that live. Backyard smoking and grilling with Chili Willie. See what everybody's saying here. Wonder if Garantano would have done. And you know, that was funny. I watched the VolQuest guys, and they kind of thought that Garantano would be successful in this offense. Garantano had such an awful start, man. God, I think his confidence got kind of defeated. He wound up in the NFL, so he had a lot of talent. We need to get that fight. Look, our recruiting on the offensive line is really good, but if we pick up that Seton guy, it will be one of the best offensive line recruiting classes we've had since Philip Fulmer. That's just a fact. It'll be excellent. Back to QB coach. See, I don't think he's calling the plays, Gary. I don't think he's calling the plays. I really don't. I think it's Heupel. Every single time, if you'll notice, every time there was a play called, you saw Heupel do this. And he had the whole sheet, and he'd do this. He's calling the plays. Why else would you cover up your mouth? You're either calling the play or you're saying yes or no, right? So I think he's calling the play because yes or no is not going to tell you anything, right? So I think he's going to be the man too. I really do. I think he's going to be terrific. Let's see. Well, JG was, but he didn't run the ball as well as we'd hoped. And that was after that was after Dobbs, right? God, Dobbs, man. Dobbs was a great quarterback for us. Man, he carried Bush Jones, carried him. Literally just carried him into the end zone. We all know that. Brew is walking on a treadmill, is my understanding. So I think he's doing okay. I think he's improving. Let's see what they're saying here. I bet Jackpot is having – what happened? I'll pull it up. We'll see what we got going on here. I'm missing something. Must have been something big. Clemson got an interception. Let me see. See, everybody's going to be watching. I'm not going to get mad at you folks if you're not watching me and these games are going on. Don't worry. I completely understand. We've got two big ball games. You got the Florida State. You've got Carolina and Clemson. And if you're watching those and not watching me, I totally understand. I'm not going to get mad at you in the slightest. Y'all been real kind to me this year. Yeah, Clemson's already up 7-0. So, and I'm going to watch it here in a little bit, but I wanted to come on here and have a response to the Vanderbilt game. Look, it's Vanderbilt. We're going to beat the crap out of them. Of course we are, and that's what we did. Let me quickly pull up the stats and go over those and then we'll go watch the ball games. Let's see, Vols versus Vander nothing. Let's see. Well, with 56-0 last year, let me pull up 2023. Oranges, peaches, Texas cactus. We play Vanderbilt just for practice. Oh, did I say that out loud? All right, here we go. I got the numbers. Now, let me come back here and present and share screen. And here we go. All right, folks. We're going to take a look at these numbers real quick. A.J. Swan. I'm going to give A.J. a little bit of credit, man. He played tough. He got his rear end kicked, but he played tough. Joe Milton, 22 of 32, 383 yards, 4 touchdowns. Folks, those are numbers that he needs to go into the sunset with, get his draft, and he's golden. And he's absolutely golden. All right, here we go. Jalen Wright at 75 yards. I think, did that get him to 1,000? I think it did, didn't it? So he's got Ramel Keaton had a great game, 122 yards. Good for you. Squirrel White, man, what a baller that kid's turned out to be. Good for you. Warren had a great game. Castles had a nice game. It's all good. So, look, you're always going to look good when you play this team. That's just the way that it is. So, anyway, I'm going to go watch these games, and I hope y'all did too. And I appreciate you coming on. I know it's a huge weekend. Man, you're not going to get the views you normally get, and that's okay. We got Nico next year. Man, if you're not excited about that, I don't know what you want. I couldn't be more excited. I'm super pumped up about it. We're going to go play this bowl game. I'm really hoping Nico gets to play. That would be fantastic to get us going in the wintertime. And the Auburn fans, I'm sorry. I really am. That is pain. That is such a painful loss for them. You don't understand how much they hate Alabama. They hate Alabama. To lose that way is just crushing. They are crushed at Auburn. And also for Ohio State, for the Ohio State fans out there, the whole country was rooting for you because Michigan's been cheating. I'm sorry, Michigan, but Michigan fans, y'all been cheating. It is what it is. So anyway, y'all go enjoy the rest of the games, and we'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay. Thanks for showing up.